So, today is Monday, October 21st. Some good trading today, man. Right off bat, today I was willing to risk $500, whether I split it up or used it on one trade. Really wasn't going to use it on one trade, but I was going to split it up today, man. We did pretty good today, man. My account over the weekend, last Friday, the account was at $50,700 on this My Funded Futures eval. We trying to take it slow, man. We don't want to rush things. We're tired of losing. I keep saying that, but we're really tired, man. But today we made good profit today, man. I'm getting ready to turn to the other phone and show you the two trades that I took and what was my thought process behind these trades. So let's get over here. The very first trade that we took was on gold, man. So I went on a 1 hour time frame, guys, and I seen that, as you can see, respecting the 34 EMA on the 1 hour, we are like going up. And I mean up, man. So I was like, okay, for the last, how many days, man? Shoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the last 5 days, we've been in an uptrend. Well, we've been in an uptrend for a minute. But just looking over like the last 5 days, man, it's been respecting this 34 EMA. So you know what I saw? This was the trade that I wanted to take, but I was nervous of taking it, man, because it was right at the beginning of New York Stock Exchange opening, somewhere in there. This trade was, it was about 8 o'clock, 8:15, somewhere in there, man. So what I seen was, if you cut this part out right here, so none of this had happened yet. So I had drew this demand zone up. If you've noticed, guys, we keep breaking structure. It just keep going above the previous high, man. And it's like, that's the ideal market that you want to trade right there, man. We just keep breaking structure to the upside, man. I had seen this demand zone and I had seen this demand zone. So at about 8 o'clock, 8:15 this morning, somewhere in there, I seen a lot of consolidation happening. And then I noticed I had my phone out there on the sales floor where I work at, just glancing over the market, seeing what the market was gonna do. Guys, I started to take this trade. So as you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strong green candles over here to the left. And look what the market done. The market came down and tapped that area and then went back up, man. I started to take this trade, man. I was willing to risk $200 on this trade. I easily could have had, about $600, man. Yep, I could have. But I didn't take that trade because it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I normally wait to trade after 8:30, somewhere around about 9 o'clock, man. But I'm noticing gold be hitting those zones, man, early in the morning like that. So I'll just keep an eye on it, just to see, you know what I'm saying, or just to keep an eye on it to see if it repeatedly happens like that with gold, man. But yeah, gold hit pretty good. I was willing to risk $200 on this and I could have made $600, but it's okay, man. But I would have had to get in aggressive on this. I normally do not like to trade until the break of candle, guys. A lot of people wonder why, like, dang, man, you missing the whole move. Why you get in so late? Well, I've been faked out a lot, and you're getting ready to see why I don't go in aggressive, man. So had I went in aggressive on this trade right here, I could have made $600. But I wanted to wait to see if the market would come down to this second zone, because there were gaps right below it, man. I was like, nah, we're gonna wait, Corey. So this is what I did, guys. I had set what I do. I was willing to risk $300. So I had lost $300 on this trade. Sorry about the phone moving around, guys. So as you can see, this was the second demand zone. The first demand zone got hit and it could have made a nice little profit, but I wanted to wait. And as you guys can see, by me waiting, I said, you know what? I should have went in aggressive on this demand zone. I didn't do it, so I'm gonna get in aggressive on this one. I'm like, daggone it, man. I lost the daggone trade, man. It didn't even budge up. I think I was like $50 in profit, guys, and then that thing came all the way back down to just tanked down, man. I'm like, man, daggone it, man. Well, I didn't get in aggressive because I normally wait till the break a candle. I was like, had I got in aggressive on this, I could have daggone made profit. I was like, well, I'm gonna get in aggressive on this, and then getting in aggressive on this one ended up causing me to lose. Now, had I waited and didn't get in aggressive, I would have noticed that there is no the zone was not respected. So the market shot right past my area that I had drawn out. I wouldn't have took this trade because this area didn't get wicked like I wanted to. As you can see, there's a full-blown candle going through my zone, man. But I took a chance because I didn't get aggressive on this one. So I went aggressive on this one, and that hit, and this one didn't. I said, screw you, daggone it. I said, man, I can't stand you. So now what I did, guys, I was like, okay, right now gold is not showing me nothing. It's really not doing anything, man. It went past the London's low. I was like, nah, if I see something, I'll come back to it. So what I ended up doing was going to the NQ, and this was the trade that I took. So after that trade, I said, okay, I'm just gonna wait for NQ to see what NQ is gonna do. So I went to the 1 hour time frame on the NQ, and this is what I saw, guys. So in London session, you see we're in a hardcore consolidation, man. And then it finally dropped, but it went over here to this previous low and then bounced back up. So I had been keeping an eye on it, so I took that trade with gold, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come to NQ to see what NQ is doing. As you guys can see, the market had went up and broke all these highs over here, broke London's highs. As you see that big long red wick on that candle, it still broke it. It still broke those highs, man. And then it came back down to retest this area right here. As you guys can see, there was a nice little gap right here. I'm gonna move this to the side. I'm gonna put a gap here, and then I'm gonna put a gap here. As you guys can see, there is a gap in between that area. Don't pay attention to this green candle right here. That hadn't happened yet. So when the market had broke the previous high when the market had broke London's highs and then came all the way back down, I said, if this daggone market come back down to this fair value gap on a 1 hour time frame, I am definitely going to take that trade, man. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm taking that trade, man. So what I end up doing, guys, was I set a 25-point stop loss. That's a $500 trade. I had set a limit order and end up moving my stop loss to like $250. So had I lost this trade, I would have lost about $550 for the day. That was something I was willing to do, man. I said, it's all good, man. I'ma just come back stronger tomorrow. I set my limit for $550 would have been my max that I've used for the day. I said, it's all good, man. That was my scaling plan. That was my thought process. But the trade ended up playing like I wanted to, man. So I ended up going for I ended up losing $300 on the gold trade. I was just wanting to aim to get my account back to, so I had lost that first trade. That put my account at $50,400. I was wanting to gain my $300 that I lost, and then once I had made that back, they would have put me at $50,700. I was only wanting to make about $300 to get this account to $51,000. So it ended up playing right, man. And I can't remember where I ended up getting out at, man. It was somewhere in here. I don't know, guys. I just know I set a limit order for my stop would have been $250, and my take profit would have been $600. I would have made up the $300 that I lost on gold, and then I would have made $300 in profit, guys. So that was my trade, man. As you can see, it hit perfectly, man. This was the wick right here. It hit perfectly. I set that limit order and it wicked it, and then it took off to the moon, man. it took off a little bit. As you can see, the market ended up coming back down and then going right back up. But this was my trade right here, this long wick right here, man. I said good trade, man. So that was a really good trade today, man. That was a good bounce back with NQ. I told you guys that I don't like trading off the I trade, and then also, if you guys notice, it also hit off the 200 EMA. That was another main reason why I took this trade. I said I'm not really trusting NQ with these supply and demand setups, but this looks like a really good setup to take, man. And then I was like, the 200 EMA is right there too. I'm like, man, all my confluences are coming together. It's I believe that it's gonna bounce off that 200 EMA. I believe it's gonna fill up the 1 hour fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame. I said, man, I'd be crazy not to take the trade, man. Shoot, everything lining up like I wanted to, man. Shoot, I went in aggressive on this one again, man, because I set that limit order. It loves to bounce. And I'm starting to notice NQ, MNQ, they love to bounce off these EMAs for a quick 5 to 10 points. It just depends. But here lately, these jokers love to at least give me 5 to 10 points, man. So that's why I decided to really only trade EMAs on the NQ and supply and demand on gold. But today was a supply and demand and an EMA bounce, man. Well, it was a supply and demand trade and a bounce off the EMA, man. So yeah, guys, that was a good trade, man. So now let's go to the account. As you can see, I made a profit of $310.88, and the account is now sitting at $51,021.04. So yeah, guys, hopefully that wasn't a lot of me just rambling and talking, man. I just wanted to show you guys my thought process and when I'm taking my trades, man. So yeah, man, that was a good fair value gap hit and a bounce off that 200 EMA, and that was a supply and demand setup. All three together, that's three confluences to give me make me confident to take that trade, man. So yeah, man, it was a good profit today, good trade today. We just gonna keep taking this thing slow. We gonna just keep trying to use proper risk management, discipline, not get greedy. We can't get greedy, man. We got to just take our little gains, man, our little profits, man, to grow this thing and get this thing funded, man. So guys, that's gonna do it for this video, man. Good profit today. Just wanted to show you guys where I'm at, man, and my thought process on these trades, man. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell for more videos and bangers that we got coming out on this channel, man. Just want to be transparent and show you guys. I'm gonna start trying to screen record so you guys can actually see me in the live trade. It seemed like here lately I haven't been able to, because like I told you guys, my last video, it'd be people in my business trying to find out what I'm doing on my phone, man. So what I'll do is I'll take the trade and then close my phone up, man. I'll just set it and forget it, man. But once I find a little window where I can open my phone back up, I'll constantly move my stop orders and stuff to take some gains, man. Here lately, man, I just been before I wouldn't take gains, man. I'll be up like $400 but don't take gains, and it's like I want my take profit to get hit. So it's like I'm going outside my rules. I keep telling myself, if I hit a 1-to-1, put my stop loss at break even. If I hit a 2-to-1, put my stop loss at a 1-to-1. If I hit a 3-to-1, put my stop loss at a 2-to-1. I keep doing that same thing over and over again to make sure that I come out with some type of gain, man. I haven't been doing that because I've been wanting my take profit to hit. I gotta go back to what I'm used to doing, man. Making sure I leave the markets with some type of money, man. We're gonna stay consistent, stay persistent, and we gotta keep going forward, man. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, y'all, man. Make sure you guys read your word. Make sure you guys talk to God in the morning before you get on these charts, man, so you just don't tilt and go full-blown degenerate. Have a level mindset. That way you can keep your account and don't do nothing stupid. Always live to trade another day, guys, man. There's always money to be made the very next day. You never know, man. But yeah, that's gonna be it, man. Good profit today, $310. Good trade today, man. So peace, blessings. I love y'all. Stay tuned. I holla.